So it's actually very fascinating. Transmitting energy, I know we meet on Zoom, and it seems like I transmit the energy to you through Zoom, but it's not like that. It's just a possibility. So the energy is, or this session, what we're going to do, this healing is created on an energetical level and it's stored there. Also like in an online library or in an energetic library. So while we're sitting together and I transmit the energy, is basically you tap into the healing and I create it on an energetical level. So the Zoom is just a convenience that we can see each other. If you wouldn't be on Zoom and if you would just sit and connect with the intention that, I'm doing this right now and you connect to me, you would feel it as well. So it's just
Okay.
a way of connecting. And also when it's recorded and people listen to it later or meditate to it later, like the video or also, let's say on a podcast platform, with listening to that or, connecting to the audio or the video, they tap into the healing I created on the energetical level, which is stored there already.
So it applies to anyone who chooses to listen and watch. And that's what we were shooting for here. So that's awesome.
Exactly. So in 2 days or in 20 years, it doesn't really matter. You can connect to this and it's still there.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I'm gonna do is, so we decided I'm gonna do a half an hour healing and clearing. And I guide through the whole session. So what you can do, and also the listeners, I recommend sitting back, relaxing as much as possible. So be very comfortable, very relaxed. Close your eyes and just be open and perceptive and surrender to the lights. And then they're coming in. So I'm just removing my headphones. They're coming in and then they are working on your system and help to transform your system towards your personal highest truth. Um, okay, so in the beginning, I bring in the energies and I always need like a half a minute to set up the session energetically and then I start sharing. And I start now. I start with opening up the energy field and bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. And the energy field can always be more expanded. This is a never ending process. Then I fill up the expanded space with light. So there is a lot of high vibrational divine light coming in. It's filling up the system and the expanded space. Then I clear surface energies. So surface energies are all sorts of energies that are floating around the top of the system. So all sorts of emotions that are present or were present over the past 1 or 2 days and are not fully moved through the system yet. And also other energies you've been exposed to. So I'm just clearing them because they are the noise in the system. Behind the noise, there's the silence, the stillness, the clarity. So that's always there. But we often can't, you know, experience it. We experience the noise because this is always where the attention goes. The attention goes where the movement is. So I'm clearing those surface energies. And while I do that, more light is entering. There's so much light coming in because there's also more space. The light comes in through, so into the system through the crown chakra and third eye chakra. It fills up the body, the energy body, and the area around you. So there's a lot of high vibrational light coming in. It's just pouring in like a waterfall, very fast and very strong. And then I also clear energies out of the mind, so thoughts, energies that are creating the thoughts. It's just stuck energy on the mind level. And this stuck energy, when it's there, it creates this monkey mind or this overthinking. Usually energy should just move through. So energy moves from the root chakra to the crown chakra, through the whole system, out of the system, and then up again. Through the root chakra up to the crown chakra is a constant movement. And often the energy gets stuck on certain levels. And when it gets stuck on the mind level, then there's just a lot of thoughts. And right now, when I clear energy out of the mind level, more light can enter the mind. And then there are less or no, even no thoughts. Then I open up the central energy channel. The central energy channel is where life energy flows through the system. So life energy flows from the root to the crown chakra, what I mentioned before. Flows up, falls back down left and right, and flows up again and so forth. So it's a constant flow. And the more the system is healed and cleared, the more life energy can flow. And this is what we want. And also, the more life energy flows, then life energy also helps to heal and clear the system. So first we have to do a lot for it on our end, and then basically our life energy is helping at a certain point as well. Then there is a mechanism in place that creates the experience of past and future, because past and future doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is the present moment, but through this mechanism, it's possible for us to experience a past and a future. And what I'm doing right now is I break down this mechanism and bring you into the present moment fully. So now you're fully in the present moment. Past and future don't exist. So you can try to move into past and future. Doesn't work anymore. You're just here now, enjoying the beautiful light. Then I open up the chakras more. I open up the crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra. First of all, that more light can enter the chakras, and the chakras are just a representation. So I'm gonna work on the chakras now of energies that are stuck or stored anywhere in the system, really. So that the chakras are just a possibility to work with those energies. And then I start clearing. Okay. I start with the root chakra, fear. Fear of being rejected, fear of being different, fear of being different, fear of being different, fear of not being accepted from other people. So fear of being alone, of not having anybody, you can rely on, of fear of not having support. So there's just different fears I'm clearing. Fear of the future. There's a lot of fear of the future, fear of the unknown, fear of the unknown, fear of the unknown. Then there is the energy of control. I clear the energy of control out of the system. So this is very normal in every human being. We have the energy of control because we think we can control our life or this reality, but it's not like that. It's just when the energy is present, we think it's possible and we also get an experience of it. But when the energy is cleared, it's just, you know, a lot more openness, a lot more relaxation there, because the energy of control is very limiting and a very tight, makes the system very tight and contracted. This is what we don't want. We want to open up the system and expand it so that more life energy can flow and light can come in. So I clear the energy of control, wanting to be in control. Then heart chakra is always identification. So sometimes, or most of the time, we identify, so we take certain energies personal, and then I see them in the heart chakra. I want to be in control. I want to be in control. I don't want to give up control. I don't want to give up control. I want to control life. I want to control certain experiences. It's about me. It's me. It's me. It's me who is doing things. It's me who is doing things. I'm responsible. I'm in charge. I'm in control. So I clear those energies. And you know, we don't need those energies, because what we need is what's behind there is just the openness, the relaxation, the expansion, the peace, the clarity, the inner, the freedom. That's just there all the time, and we want to come from there. So this is where we want to live from, because this is. So if I say the true nature, yes, of course, in this life we are humans, so this is our also a true experience we're having, but behind there is also what we have is the true nature. So everybody has, of course, the true nature. It's the same for everybody, and it's behind the human experience. This is just where I see it to be. So I clear more energies. Heart chakra. I don't want to give up control. I don't want to give up control. I want to be in control. I want to be in control. I want to be in control of my life experience, of certain experiences I'm having, of how life is unfolding, and also how the spiritual path is unfolding and how the spiritual progress is unfolding. So I'm just clearing those blockages, those energies that want to be in control of that. So I clear them. There's shame. Second chakra, clear the energy of shame. Yeah, shame. I specifically clear shame around being spiritual. It comes in from past life, so I'm gonna go there in a second. But of being spiritual, because there was shaming in past lives around being spiritual. So I clear it out of the system right now. So shame around being spiritual or being on the spiritual path, being interested in that, having openness in that area. So there's just a lot of shame. And maybe you can feel always when I clear these energies, right away there is more space, more expansion, and more light is coming in. So I look at the past lives. I always like to look at one past life, because there are multiple with the same energy, just as a representation, so that you know what I'm talking about, you know where the energy is coming from. And then I just clear the past lives. I don't need to look into them. So I look at one. Yeah. There was basically a group of people who were spiritual seekers. They were part of a religion at that time, and yeah, or a yeah, and like a religious movement, but not one of the, like a smaller one, and they were basically tortured and shamed. This is where the energy also comes from others, like from another group of spiritual people or like religion, but they wanted to be like the main one and they didn't accept any other one. So there was a lot of like shaming happening, torturing happening, and they were being told that they are like worth less and they're not spiritual, and they, you know, what they do is like the opposite and stuff like that. So there was just the energy of shame was put on those people, and they had it, you know, in their system. So I'm healing these energies. clear it out of the system, so there remains basically just the energy influence. And then I also clear other past lives, so I'm not going to look into them. It's not necessary to look into them, so I always do it once just for understanding reasons where the energy is coming from. And I clear the other past lives where the energy of shame comes in, where this influence is there. Clear the remains out of the system. Then clear more fear, root chakra. Fear of doing something wrong, fear of being wrong, fear of not knowing, of tapping in the dark, basically, of tapping in the dark, of not having certain understandings or knowings and just trying certain things. And there's just a lot of fear. I clear this fear. Yeah, again, fear of not being in control. There's just more layers, and there's also past life influence. I look at this. Totally different past life that's shown, but it's really about the energy of not being in control. So there is like a leader of a group of people, but he's the son of the original leader, and the original leader died, and so the son had to take over. But the group of people, so like like a town or something back then, just a bigger city, they didn't take him serious. So he couldn't have any control. Like he really wanted to be in control of the people and of the town, but they basically didn't let him. This is what I'm seeing as the energy. This is the energy influence. So not being able to control. Cleared, cleared, cleared out of the system. So more light is coming in every time I clear energies, more light can enter. Then heart chakra. I clear core energies like I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough to. So it's about living your personal highest truth, like being your most authentic self. This is what's coming in. And then I always get, so this is the energy that's coming in. And when I see something of the opposite in the system, it comes up. So I'm not good enough for that. I'm not good enough. I have to be different. I have to be like somebody else. I have to change. I'm not good enough as I am. I'm not good enough as I am. I'm not good enough as I am. Then I see an influence from childhood. So basically, I'm just going to heal the time when the energy I'm not good enough as I am got stuck for the first time in the system. Because the same energy gets triggered over and over again. And then when it doesn't fully move through, which it hardly ever does, it gets stuck again, it gets stuck again, it gets stuck again. So we pile up a lot of these low vibrational energies. In that case, I'm not good enough. So I heal the first time I'm not good enough came into the system. Clear it. Now the energy of truth is coming in. Truth. So it comes into the system. And what it does, so the energy carries the information of truth. Truth is a lot, truth is a very big amount of information, also very high vibrational. And what happens is that every cell of the body has like a little energy body. And this energy body starts vibrating to the energy of truth. So the whole system starts to vibrate on the information of truth. So this is what's happening right now. And when truth is present, what comes forward in the system is a feeling of like strength, of clarity, of being connected, being aligned, being balanced. So a lot is changing just with the vibration of truth. Also, the vibration of truth is very supporting for the body. Maybe you can feel that the body feels very relaxed and very much enjoys this energy of truth as well. So it creates well-being in the body. So just by having this energy present, a lot of things are changing already. So, and what's happening right now, you're pulled just a little bit deeper into this meditation or healing. Just the consciousness is pulled just a little bit deeper and a little bit more. That you basically hang out in a deeper space of your consciousness. Then there are supportive energies coming in. So the energy of allowing and acceptance of truth, because it's often not so easy and there is resistance in the system. So I'm clearing resistance. And also in the background, those two energies are helping. It's just meeting resistance energies or other energies in the system that are resisting the energy of truth or blocking it, and then it can neutralize. And also I'm assisting as well, so I just clear in general resistance out of the system. And also where I see resistance is in the second chakra, so I clear the energy of resistance to truth. I clear pain out of the heart chakra. Can be painful, truth can be painful, just clear it. Then more resistance, second chakra, to truth. Then I see certain energies that find that truth is too much to handle. I clear those energies. Also energies that just don't want to see truth, that rather not see it. So I clear those. So while this is happening, there's another energy present that also works on the pineal gland. So it's clearing the pineal gland. From blockages. And then the energy is activating it, and I'm assisting, just activating the pineal gland. It just helps to make more perceptive, more aware. And then there is an energy coming in for trust. So trusting life, trusting the process, trusting that everything that's happening, let's say to you or in your life experience, is always about your life experience, is never about others, because everybody has their own unique life experience. Everybody's different. So it's really all about our own experiences. And there is trust coming in that everything we experience is perfect as it is. It comes in for a reason, it's there for a reason. And it's always for her highest good. So the trust for that is coming in, the trust. Then the knowing, it's basically another step. Because first I need to trust, and then I just know this is how it is. So that you can live more from there, more from that understanding. So it's nothing intellectual, it's really like a knowing from the system. I know everything is perfect as it is. Everything is exactly how it's supposed to be. I chose this life experience. I chose to be here in this human body. I chose my path, my karma, my, well, not all the karma, but parts of it, to be very correct here. Some we just take along, we carry along. Then the experiences I'm gonna make, the learnings I'm gonna have. So this is all coming in. It's the system knows it anyways, but it's the energies are coming in to basically remind the system or awaken that information in the system so that it's there for you in your everyday life experience, and you just know that this is your truth. It's just unveiling what's there already anyways. I trust, I trust, I trust. So this is just the information from the energy coming in for your system. I trust that everything is for my highest good. I trust in God or Divine Mother or whatever, or universe, whatever you are trusting in, but this trust is also there in something higher, more expansive. Yeah, and now we have totally changed the experience in the system. So let's sit with this for 3-4 minutes just in silence. Just observe how you feel, how your system feels, and enjoy the light that continues to flow in for you. And while this is happening, I fill up the heart chakra and the whole system through the heart chakra with unconditional love. Okay, we are finished. All right, thank you very much for meditating with me, Marilyn.
Thank you very much for doing that with me. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're very welcome. How was
Yeah,
that for you?
it was interesting. It is different than like the meditation that I suggest for, my readers to reach the vibrational state. Just want to clear that for the readers, but it doesn't mean that it's not a good different. Um, it's I was surprised how the things you were saying were very, very accurate, I feel. And so I did feel that you were touching into something, you know what I mean, there with that was very accurate, and and I
Good.
think that um, um, yeah, so I didn't feel like I entered into like a really like deep sense of meditation, like the depth that I would go into an out of body experience, but it does bring you into a nice meditative state. And then what you're doing is very, very healing. And I think it will be very interesting to see what, what happens in the next few days, a week or so as a result. Um, because I do feel that what you're doing is legitimate. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah,
And
thank you very much for sharing. And I just want to say one thing. So this was a healing and it's different from a
yes,
meditation. So in a
yeah,
meditation, you would go deeper. You know, in healings, people usually don't go deep or they totally
okay,
zoom out. So these are the two things because
okay,
the conscious mind steps into the background and then they're like gone. So they don't hear
okay.
anything what I say. They don't, they're just gone. But usually it's not as deep. So this was a healing and that's a bit different.
That's different.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You had mentioned, and I wanted you to put this in the video if you don't mind, that you have this thing on Thursday that people can go to that's free, where they can experience this themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah, perfect. So I have a free meditation, and this is on every Thursday at 9 o'clock Central European time. So it's noon for you. So EDT, right? Are you in
Um,
EDT?
I am in Pacific time
Pacific time, sorry.
right
Okay, so
now.
it's
Yeah.
12 o'clock noon Pacific time, and everybody's very welcome to join. So it's free, and I usually do like a 10-15 minute guided talk about a certain topic, and then I do a 50-minute guided meditation. Um, and then there is a Q&A afterwards. And yeah, I invite everybody to come who is interested. So yeah, that would be great if
I
people
think that's
come.
really interesting. And so when you're experiencing what you're doing, um, and this might be just hard to express because I know like energetic things are hard to explain. How does that information come to you? Is it like the information about what you're seeing about my blocks or other people's blocks in those particular chakras? How does it come to you? I thought it was very interesting, the accuracy of what you were sharing on those things.
Yeah. So basically, I just get when I do it in that format. So really, it kind of depends on the format how the information comes in. So it's always a bit different. But in this healing specifically, it's like I get a bubble of information. It's like a bubble.
Okay.
So it's more than just words. It's like a whole bubble, and then I can just describe what I'm seeing.
Okay, so is it something you're seeing or is it something you're
No,
feeling or
it's
a
more
little
of
bit
a
of
just a
both?
knowing. For myself, it's a
No way.
knowing,
Okay.
and with the light, so I see the information of the light. When I say I see it, I feel the vibration, and I just have a knowing what their content is. And when I work on the system, and for example, I open and expand the system, and then I see, there's more light coming in. I basically see this with my eyes closed. I see more light coming in. So it's a little bit different how I see different things. So it's not just seeing, it's most of it is probably a knowing. Um, yeah.
Well, and it might be interesting to consider doing another we get together again, like in a week or two after this has been done to see like the aftermath, to see what happens, how does this impact, my spiritual experiences and stuff over the next couple of weeks. What do your clients, the people who you do this for, what do they report? What changes for them?
Mm. I mean, first of all, the work has we have done the work, right? So the work is done, but I still recommend doing, if you can, just do it two, three more times.
Okay.
Meditate to it two, three more times because it just can come in your experience, so it manifests a lot faster. Um, you will see.
Okay.
I mean, go into out of body experience and see, certain things will be gone right away. And then certain things, because you're not in every out of body experience, is not every time the same. So you will, for example,
Right.
come into a situation in 3 weeks and then you see, oh, that blockage is actually gone. Because you kind of
Okay.
also have to go into the situation to see that certain things are removed or more open now, or that there's just nothing, no blockages there anymore. So yeah. And what my clients report, I mean, most people, they just come very regularly, so they do I
Yeah.
have YouTube videos, they are for free, of course. Then I have small group healing sessions. So some people also come to these group healing sessions. Then there is the meditation. So they kind of connect to the energies quite a bit, or they also on next elevation. So they receive it 24/7. And they just experience changes constantly, like in all areas. So body, so health wise, if they have issues there, then in general blockages are falling away, and in general life experience becomes a lot more of a flow. So everything is just unfolding in the present moment. Life is just unfolding. Opportunities are coming up when there are obstacles. It feels like they're carried through it. So
Yes.
there's less resistance. There's just much more surrender to life itself. Um, it becomes simpler because a lot falls away, like desires, that are, just from the ego. Um,
Yeah.
like all sorts of stuff is happening for them. Um, and life experience gets a lot easier, smoother, and more enjoyable. And at the same time, energetically, they're more open and expanded, so they can feel. A lot of people don't feel energies when they start, or just a little bit, and then they start feeling a
Mhm.
lot more. They start seeing them. They also start experiencing information, and their spiritual gifts are start to open up, or
Show
because
more. Okay.
the highest truth is, whatever needs to happen for you in this present moment, so the highest potential can open up, or you can access it. So
Yeah.
everybody's different, so the opening is happening different for everybody. Yeah.
That's very fascinating.
Mm.
So I really appreciate you sharing that with me and letting me experience it too.
Yeah,
So that
thank you
was very,
for
very
letting me
generous
share.
of you. Yeah. So I thank you very much for that.
Yeah, you're
And
welcome.
so, yeah, for sure, I want to remind everybody that they can find you at nextelevations.com. And on Thursdays, you have that free session where
Mm.
you do a talk and then do a meditation, and it's noon Pacific time. So you
Pacific,
can
yeah.
figure that out depending on your location in the United States and wherever you might be around the world. But definitely, I think worth doing it. And, definitely I do feel like having you touch into those chakras and pulling up things that I thought were very, very insightful and obvious to me, but, but not to anyone else, right? Um, but what do you say? It gives you kind of a contemplative space. It brings you into about those things that you thought, well, maybe I thought I had taken care of some of those, but wow, they're kind of lodged in there. You know what I mean? They're still lodged in there, and how interesting that they are. And so I think your gift is fascinating, you
Yeah, I mean,
know.
often we just don't see things until they're gone.
Yeah,
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 because then we see there is more space, and there is no limitation in that area anymore, and there is always more of that, and this is the beauty. Like we can expand so much, um,
right.
and then like when there is a certain amount of expansion there, it's really like life is just happening, and there is just a like there is no mistakes. Everything that's unfolding has to unfold. And before we limit it, we resist it, we don't like certain things, we want
Now
it to be different.
we move away all those things that prevent us from knowing which direction to go.
Yeah, and
And I
then
really
it's
love that. I
yeah,
think that's really going to be that's a very helpful tool for basically everybody, because that
absolutely.
is one of the biggest obstacles that human beings face in this earthly journey is getting rid of the things that prevent them from reaching the highest path for their soul. And so it's a beautiful gift you have.
Yeah.
And what an honor to have met you, Eva. And
Yeah.
always exciting to meet someone from the other side of the world. And I was telling Eva, my mother was from Germany. So always exciting to meet somebody from that area of the world as well.
Yeah.
Always, pitter patter for my mom. And so, again, just to remind everybody, we're the Out of Body Travel Foundation. Eva is elevations. I'm so sorry. Nextelevations.com. And we will see you there, and check out her free meditations where you can do this yourself. And it's all on the website too, nextelevations.com. The Out of Body Travel Foundation is outofbodytravel.org, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much, Eva. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. I really enjoyed here being with you. That was lovely. And I also loved the session that was created for everybody, for you and everybody who's going to listen to that. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.